and the respondent. I hereby declare the hearing open and invite the arbitration panel to preside over the proceedings.
Morning, sir. We are here today in the matter of Tabla PLC as claimant against Jaja Biofuel Ltd as respondent, administered under AI Azalia Cindy, presiding arbitrator with my colleague Ms. Rika and Mr. Desa. Before we proceed, we would like to ask the parties to introduce themselves and confirm how they intend to conduct today's hearing. So, claimant, please, the floor is yours.
Okay, my name is Dila and I'm as legal counsel, and together with my partners, the person my colleague, this is Nancy as my counsel too, and then Rehan, and then we have Kalista, Faris, and also the Ajay. So with the tribunal permission, we propose to divide our presentation as follows. I will address the issue one. So from the issue 2 will deliver by the counsel 2, and also for the issue 3 will be delivered by Rehan. For the background and then statement 5 will be delivered by our counsel in this way. So together with my counsel, we will demonstrate 3 case submission. The first one that this the arbitral tribunal has jurisdiction we have, and then the second that a valid binding contract was concluded between the parties. The three that the respondent has committed to a fundamental breach and is liable for the damage. So I will present to my jurisdiction first one to my CEO counsel will be then deliver from the statement of the facts. So the Ajay, please, this is your part.
Good morning, the Honorable Madam of President and member of the Tribunal. My name is Ajay and I will present the factual background of this dispute. First, Madam of President and member of Tribunal. The claimant, AGP PLC, initiating procedure of RSPO certificate palm oil with a strong commitment and to sustainability production. On the other hand, the respondent, Jaja Biofuel Ltd, is a biofuel company that aims to expand its business using palm oil as a key raw material. Second, Madam of President and member of Tribunal, the parties had an established and long-standing business relationship. Ms. Claire Bupati, representing the respondent, had previously concluded around 40 contracts with the claimant over the years, and all under similar terms. And this showed that both parties were familiar with 8 other parties and contractual framework. Third, Madam of President and member of Tribunal, the purpose of the contract was clear. The respondent intended to secure a stable long-term supply of RSPO certified palm oil to support its expansion strategy. Meanwhile, the claimant aimed to supply large quantities of palm oil under a 5-year agreement. In short, this was a strategic partnership designed to benefit both parties through a long-term supply arrangement. Thank you, Madam of President and member of Tribunal.
9 April 2020, it was the result of a commercial relationship that had already existed for many years through Ms. Bupati. Over that period, the parties repeatedly conclude transactions through correspondence without regular settlement counterparts. That pure course of dealing matters because it shows how these parties normally conduct business and why the absence of assignment copy does not by itself mean there was not agreement. At the palm oil summit on 28 March 2020, the parties agreed on the essential commercial terms of the transaction. From our perspective, that means the key elements necessary for contract formation were already settled. The product, the quantity, the price, and the commercial framework for delivery. Once those essential terms were agreed, the parties had moved beyond preliminary negotiation. What remained afterward was not whether they wished to be bound, but how the agreed transaction would be carried out. On 1 April 2020, the respondent told Ms. Bupati sent an email placing an order reflecting those agreed terms. On 9 April 2020, the claim responded by sending the contract document confirm acceptance and incorporating its general condition of sale. The respondent raised no objection to the terms and proceed to discuss performance-related matters, including the letter of credit.
Will address the respondent conduct. In October 2020, the respondent abruptly attempted to terminate the contractual relationship, citing alleged sustainability concerns unrelated to the contractual obligation. As a result, the client was forced to mitigate its losses by reselling the goods at the lower price, suffering a loss of $200,000. These facts clearly demonstrate that the respondent refused to perform its obligation under a binding agreement. Thank you, Sir and Madam President and the member of the tribunal.
Appearing on behalf of the respondent, Jaja Bioptal Ltd, the respondent respectfully submits three principal arguments. In the first one, this tribunal lacked jurisdiction as no valid arbitration agreement was ever concluded. And the second, no binding contract was founded between our parties. And then the third one is the claimant's general conditions of sale were never validly incorporated. I will address our jurisdiction, our counsel will then address contract formation incorporation. And the background of our argument will be presented by the viewer as our counsels.
My name is Winnie Turnet. I will present the background and context of this case. The respondent is a newcomer in the palm oil sector, operating under strict sustainability commitments. At the Palm Oil Summit, the parties merely engaged in preliminary discussion. Importantly, the respondent clearly indicates that any agreement would require internal approval before becoming binding. At this stage, there was no intention to be legally bound, and a contractual relationship existed between the parties.
Madam President, members of the tribunal, good morning. My name is Deborah Monica, and I am here on behalf of the respondent. On the 1st of April 2020, the respondent expressed interest in potential transaction and request draft contractual document and clearly subject to further negotiation. At the same communication, the respondent explicitly reject arbitration due to transparency concern, demonstrating its lack of consent. On the 9th of April 2020, the claim provide draft contractual document and request as a signed copy, confirming that no binding agreement had yet been concluded, and subsequent discussion in May 2020 further show as essential terms remain open and under negotiation. Accordingly, the parties never progressed beyond preliminary negotiation and did not reach a final agreement.
Of the tribunal. In June 2020, serious allegations emerged regarding the claimant's compliance with RSPO substance